This Wednesday, just all things healthy living. We're so excited tonight because we get ready with Morgan. She was with us last month to talk about our new foundation and skin tint, which, by the way, all the colors are back in stock. So if you're a guest on the call and you're looking for the right match, or if you're a consultant on the call and you know your right match, all the colors are back in stock. So we're ready to go in that way. And my friend Morgan has been a makeup artist since she was 18 years old. And she's now a mom of two beautiful kids, married to her incredible husband, Will, lives up in Montana. And I know for a fact she had makeup on, washed it off, and now she's going to put it back on for us because that's how Morgan rolls and it's going to look great. So I can't wait to get all her tips and tricks, and know that you guys can put questions in the chat. And we will have some time for questions at the end. So Morgan, beautiful Morgan, take it away, my friend.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. I'm going to try to find my way of, can you pin me maybe so I can see myself in here? Might be the best. I do have a mirror right here, so I'll make sure I don't mess up. Okay. Did it work?
Well, you're pinned. Can you see yourself? Maybe you pin yourself.
I could try that. Perfect. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Morgan Crawford. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. I was on here last month as well. So I did a whole intro, all the things Arbonne, and really in depth into our makeup. So if you're new here today, I recommend getting that video to go nitty gritty into Arbonne and our makeup. I'm going to be just super brief for an intro so we can have more time doing our makeup today. But I actually was introduced to Arbonne when I was 19. I absolutely fell in love with our products and then the business because I just started sharing them so much. I actually played in my grandma's makeup and my mom's when I was little, and I just felt destined to be a makeup artist, even though my family was like, no way, you're going to go to college, do all that. But still, always, it's just been in my soul. I love helping women feel beautiful and myself, and there's nothing better than Arbonne makeup. I used to work for MAC and Chanel and Bobbi Brown. And really what I found in Arbonne is our pigments were incredible that match the pigments that I used to work at of MAC and Bobbi Brown and Chanel. But I was so naive back when I was young that I had no idea about ingredients and what these companies were putting in these products. And then when I heard about Arbonne, I was like, why would anybody be using that stuff and everybody not on Arbonne? So for me, it was just a no-brainer. I've been doing Arbonne, gosh, 17 years. I'll be 38 in May. And just obsessed with Arbonne, all things Arbonne, and just really excited our new makeup came out. Really briefly, you guys, our skin tint and our Natural Glow Foundation are hands down probably the best makeup I think Arbonne has ever had, even previously. They're just very lightweight. The skin tint is light coverage, okay? So this is somebody who wants light coverage, but it still completely blurs out imperfections. And then we have our Natural Glow Foundation. It's actually medium coverage, but it's buildable. So if somebody's like, well, I want a full coverage, add a little extra pump on here. But I promise you, if you're taking care of your skin, you will need less makeup than you ever think you need. And it just empowers you to feel amazing. So before I do start digging into makeup, and Molly, feel free to interrupt me and ask questions as I'm going through. I would love that. Great looking makeup starts from great skin, but the only way to have great skin starts from taking care of your body internally, which again goes back to Arbonne and our ingredient policy. If you're not familiar with Arbonne, you guys, we are 100% vegan company. We're more than just a beauty brand. We're a company really rooted in clean plant-based formulations that are not just good for you, but also for the planet. Vegan, cruelty-free, no harsh chemicals. We've had over 2,000 harmful ingredients in our formulation, exceeding European standards, which I love. Everything is gluten-free and non-toxic. And when you choose Arbonne, you know that you're really just getting high-performance makeup and, in general, products all around. But this makeup, since we're focusing on it, also has skincare benefits, which is incredible in the anti-aging world. So before I start my makeup, I just washed my face. If you guys are new here, familiar to Arbonne, or here as a consultant, welcome. But first thing I use is I cleanse. First tip to have great looking makeup, you need to double cleanse your skin every single day. I personally start with our cleansing balm. I do a little scoop on my finger, do it dry on my face. It actually completely melts your makeup. Then when you add water to it, it just creates like a cleansing, you know, a lighter cleansing. And then you can just rinse it off with water or use a washcloth. Then I actually come back in with our gel cleanser, because the first cleanse just actually removes your makeup, your impurities, dirt, dust, debris from the world that we live in. And this is actually going to cleanse deep down into our pores. Okay. Next step, toner. This is really key. It's liquid. I actually don't recommend putting on a cotton ball or anything. You actually just want to put a little bit in your fingers and you want to press into your skin. Okay. Our skin actually under a microscope has tons of peaks and valleys. So the more you can press it in, the deeper it's going to be. The toner sets your skin up for proper pH for the other products to actually be absorbed to work better. The next one is our serum. This, I like to say, just really sloughs off all those dead skin cells so your new skin can regenerate, so we have that glow. A baby's skin has a cell turnover rate of every day. Ours as we age is every 45 days. So if you want that glowy, dewy skin, a serum is a must-have. Then I finish off with our moisturizer. This is really key. And then, of course, our eye cream. And then I do want to add, if you're somebody struggling with your skin, I have every person use our Inner Calm, our de-stress ashwagandha powder. So I have my light on here so you can see me. But you guys, if anybody's struggling with even like melasma, dark spots, inflammation in their skin, again, it starts internally. So this is probably one of my favorite internal products you can do for your skin. Okay, so that sets us up. And then the next, very first step before we do our makeup, you guys, is an SPF. What I love about Arbonne is they actually took the SPF out of our makeup. Why? Some people are like, what? I have to do something else, but it's so great because we can actually target more people. There are people with very sensitive skin who cannot use an SPF. So now they can actually use our makeup. But if you're somebody who does use an SPF, here are my two favorites. I actually really love this on my skin. If you guys have never used this under your makeup, you gotta try it. It just also creates a really, really pretty glow. But for today's purposes of doing makeup, I'm gonna actually mix a pump of primer and a pump of our Mineral Veil foundation. What I do when I apply my makeup is I use these middle two fingers. I put a pump here. And the reason why I use my middle two fingers is if you rub it all on your hands are going to absorb your product. If you just do it here, you have more product that you can actually place on your skin. When I'm applying makeup, I actually put my product in the middle of my face. Most of our imperfections are in the center of our face. So that's where you want to start your product and then we blend out, okay? The primer, I love. If you guys have never tried it, it really just helps your makeup stay on all day. What I will say is this makeup, you actually don't need a primer. It's one step that you could totally take out, but if you're a primer person and just love it, there's a lot of benefits to it as well. Also, if you're somebody who does not wear makeup, I want to tell you guys that this with our SPF, our Mineral Veil, just by itself is very skin adjusting. So you can actually be any skin color and this will adjust to your perfect match with your SPF, okay? So next up, I am going to do our foundations. My favorite match is actually blending the two. So this is what I'm gonna do. I am right now light skin tint and then I am doing medium warm, okay? So I recommend everybody get a flat brush or you can use your fingers. I am just a brush junkie. Truly, I got this at Target. I love Arbonne. I think our brushes are out of stock right now. They're truly my favorite when they come back, or they might be making some different ones. But if you guys have this old brush from our powder, this is incredible for our cream makeup, okay? Absolutely amazing. Also, if you have one that's not as dense, it still works. Okay, so what I do is I literally put a pump right here. And then I love this, you guys. It's just so pretty. And I do like literally a couple drops on my brush. So I like the glow that you get from the skin tint. Oh, I'm going to open this chat. I see it starting. Oh yeah,
I'm
totally. Try that.
watching.
Oh, funny. Yep. Okay. So I love to mix together. The reason I mix together, for me, it's just a good daytime look. I don't know. I've just been literally experimenting. I suggest experiment. Buy one of each if you haven't already. Because there's sometimes you want maybe more of a matte look without the glow. Okay, so remember, this has a little bit of a glow. It is not like a sheen where you feel shimmery. So it's not that at all. It literally just looks like you have fresh, beautiful skin. But this one is just a little bit more matte with a little less glow, if that makes sense. So I kind of get the best of both worlds. Again, when I'm applying my makeup, I literally put it right here. Okay. And then I like to do just circles and I blend out. I do have my mirror. I'm like, which one should I look in? And then my eyes, I don't really use a lot. So I try to put most of the foundation on my skin first, then I'll come back in and do my eyes. Okay. And then also don't forget to bring it down here. And on my last makeup video, you guys saw me how I matched my foundation. So if you're somebody new or you're going to go color match, you always want to match your foundations here from your chin or your cheek to your neck, and you want it to blend in. So this to me is always kind of like, ooh, that's light. I'm somebody who personally would be lighter and to bring back the, colors to my skin rather than being a little too dark and having that weird makeup line. That to me is just not okay. I have some people who love it. They love to be that extra color because they do their tanner and all that, and it always works out, but not for me. Okay. What do you guys think? Pretty, huh?
Beautiful.
Okay, so then next up, we were just talking before you guys all got on here about what I use for my bronzer. So again, I started using this with a couple drops here to make a creamy bronzer. But I was telling Molly I've been using this one if I don't want a sheen. So what do you think, Molly? Should I do like one on one side, one on the other so you guys can see what it is?
Oh, there you go. That's a
Okay, let's
great
do that.
idea.
And this one is the darkest color. This is deep neutral. So again, you can use your same brush, or I personally have a little bit smaller brush. I like to use the back of my hand as my palette. Again, that's way too much for my bronzer, but I'm literally gonna get like a tiny bit there, kind of blot it. And where I would put my bronzer. So this one is just, see, Molly, isn't it cool?
I love it. I'm absolutely going to try that. Oh my gosh.
So then I would just kind of blend this in with this little brush.
Yeah, that looks really good.
So, and then I always like to tell the skinny trick, okay? So again, dark colors like bring in, right? That's why we want a bronzer. We want to like really accentuate those cheekbones. You can also put your bronzer right here under your jawline and then come straight down from your ear right here, okay? Again, you guys saw I barely literally used anything for that.
Looks
Okay.
good.
And then let's do the skin tint. Or you can just come here and just do a couple dots. Again, you can always add more, okay? So a little bit.
You get it so high up there.
What?
Sometimes I think I get it a little too low. Like I like how high you get it up there.
I go high because I don't want to be sunken in down here, right? So it's going to bring up because I want my highlighter up here a little bit.
Mhm.
Like my cheekbone is like right there.
Okay.
So you can kind of feel where it is. That's where you want to apply. Because remember, the color's going to disperse a little bit too. Also, there's a rule, 2 fingers right here. You do not want your bronzer or your blush coming into this area unless you're doing the apples of your cheeks. And I'll talk about that in a second. So don't bring your bronzer in here because you're just going to look really sunken in. So keep it here. So that's that side.
Yeah, you can tell it has a little more sheen to it.
right?
Both are pretty, but yeah, I see what you're.
I do have my ring light. I don't know if it's super shiny, but
No, it looks good.
oh. And then also, like, I don't wear eyeshadow a lot or anything anymore. I'll bring this bronzer brush and I'll just kind of put it right here. Okay. Then again, if you guys, I always say the magic with makeup is blending. If you're like, oh God, I used too much. Morgan said, don't use a lot, and I did. Get your big brush. It still has some color on there and just blend it in a little bit more. Okay. And it's like your eraser.
And they were worried, they said if you put it on your brush, does it shoot, what is it? Do you use too much? Is it easier? Does some of it get stuck in the brush, I guess?
You know, it doesn't if you use just a little bit. Because I kind of, if you saw me kind of pat it out, I just made sure it had like just barely any on there for some color. And that's when I kind of stippled it on there.
Right.
If that makes sense. Okay. And then I know we are out of our blushes that are coming back, but here's my blush that I still have that I love. This one is Melon. Basically, I'm going to tell you guys about makeup. People are like, well, where do I put what? And where do I put something else? Truly, are there rules of makeup? Yes. Do things change? Yes. My biggest advice for you guys, if you feel good in it, rock it. Okay. The rule truly is like no color here, bronzer or blush. I love, in the summer, you'll see me rocking bright pink blush on the apples of my cheeks. Like, I love it. I love neon colors, bright, like it makes me feel so good. Is that what you're supposed to do? No. So I want you guys to know, even though I might be telling you something, if you do it some other way and you like your way, keep doing your way. So what I do with a blush, again, you can use a brush like this. I like to use a little bit fluffier brush. I like to blend these two. You always want to see how much color come on there. I like to tap it off because where you place that color is right where that color is going to be. So if you tap it off, you're going to get a little bit less pigment in one spot. Okay. So my bronzer's here. My blush is actually going to come on the top of my bronzer. And I used to like my Arbonne really dark color, but I'm out. And then I like to just blend everything. What do you think? And I've had some people say that they're using, I actually haven't tried it yet. We could try it today. This light one as a highlighter. Has anybody tried that here? So let's just try it.
I'm loving where you're going with it.
So a highlighter, remember, like we want to bring out, okay? Like bring up, and like we want to highlight like the tops of our eyes to bring up, right? Bronzer, dark colors bring in. So you want the highlighter like on top of that blush right here. And then I always bring my highlighter up here. And remember, it kind of has that little sheen and that glow.
That looks good. Wow.
So this one, first time. Pretty pretty.
Pretty, pretty. I do think you and Will should go on a date. Why don't you tell him
I know,
that?
right? I'm like, where's our babysitter?
Shoot.
And then since I'm not doing eye makeup, I might just do a little bit here. And again, I like to use my ring finger. Like if you guys feel that pressure, your ring finger has the lightest amount of pressure. So you're not going to be hurting your skin. Even the slightest bit of rubbing under our eyes actually causes tearing, which over time is what causes our fine lines and our wrinkles. I just have to like check it. I'm like, hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Hopefully it's okay. Okay. Next up is going to be brows. I absolutely love our brow pencils. If you guys have not used it, it's like a brow gel in a pencil. It's awesome. It actually holds them in place too. So this is the tip. And then I love that you can just kind of brush the color up in here as well. I should probably, I'm like, which one could I do better? Oh, here's my tip too. So right at the edge of your nostril, if you want to know your brows, you want to come straight up, and this is where your brow should start. Okay. Then you come here and you want to go to the pupil of your eye, and that is where your arch should be. Then you want to come here all the way to the corner of your eye, and that is where you should end your brows. So here. So that's actually where I'm going to take my brow out to. When I worked at MAC, you guys, we just plucked our eyebrows out to nothing so we could draw on the cool brows, and now I pay for it years later. So thank God for Arbonne's pencils. I always just do little hair strokes when I'm doing my brows. Get my arch. And again, they always say our brows are sisters, not twins, right? So it's fine if they are not perfect. So I always brush them straight up and then come right down. If you're somebody who doesn't need a brow color, we also have a clear brow gel that's awesome, or you can use in combination. I tweezed all my eyebrows too. Oh, Donna, that's crazy. It's funny how many people used to do that. Heather asked me every time I have like do my brows. I mean, you can tell like what a difference it makes. It's pretty crazy. She's always like, "Did you get your brows microbladed?" I'm like, "No, dude, I just used the Arbonne pencil." I'm looking at that. Oh, so thick. Okay, yeah. So if your brows are really thick and you're using a brow gel, truly you just want to like comb them straight up, and then you want to just literally kind of comb that top down. Some people do like that look though of the laminated brows, like totally out there and bushy and amazing. So that's also in, which is pretty fun. Okay, next up, you guys, I am going to do, which I love Arbonne. This is a 5-minute face. It's clearly taking me time to walk you guys through everything, but as you can see, a little bit of Arbonne goes a long way. I love our lip glosses. We have 4 colors right now, but my favorite is Calla. The way to actually match to find your perfect lip shade, whether it's a lip gloss or a lipstick, is actually to flip your lip over like this and find a color that's any part of that scheme in there. It could be some deep burgundy. It could be a light pink. Actually, most of mine is this and this. This is my favorite. I wish this would come back. So Calla is just a perfect, truly everyday pink. And then soon, you guys, after GTC, we are going to have all of our lips back and lots of fun stuff. I'm going to mix them. So for me, I always like one part of my face to have a pop of color, which clearly I'm like, I need a little color in here. So I did my lips. If you love your cheeks, get a bright blush or a deeper color, do your blush. Or if you love your eyes, get a good colored shadow in there to complement your features. So find one feature, complement it, use a pop of color, I think is super important. Okay, and then next up, you guys, last thing is our mascara. I love our mascara, you guys. It's like lengthening and thickening. My favorite part of this, you guys, is this brush. Like it tapers off at the end so you can like literally get every single hair in there. So I'm gonna do my mascara. This truly is the part that takes me the longest. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm a perfectionist with my mascara, but it always takes me a couple minutes. But usually when I do this routine, it's truly 5 minutes. A little bit of sunscreen, skin tints, bronzer, blush, lips, brows, mascara. Easy peasy. You should be on the go. We shouldn't need a lot of coverage if we're really taking care of our skin. Okay, so one trick is if you want your brows to look, or your lashes to look really thick, when you're taking this out of the tube, you can see kind of all that goo right there. So instead of taking it off like that, the first part when you start your mascara, when you look up, you can put all that goop right at the base of your lashes, and then you can comb it through. So that's a good way if you want to have the look of fuller looking lashes. That was one of my first makeup tips that I learned at MAC. I feel like most people know how to do their mascara, but some people lately are like, I never wear mascara because I don't know what to do. I personally like put it at the root and blink so it comes through. And then I like blink to the tip. So I always start kind of like to get the roots done. like deep in there, and kind of jiggle it. And then I blink to get that length. Isn't it crazy, truly, just like what mascara does too?
Yeah. But really, your makeup looks so good.
You're gonna have to go somewhere. I
You
know,
should
right?
you you should take a picture right now though of the one side and the other side. That's really good.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Anyone have any questions
And then
from
once our new eyeshadows and all that kind of stuff comes back, I'll show you guys literally how to do full eyes from daytime to evening. That's always my favorite. And also, this was just one coat. Like I never re-dipped my mascara wand, and it truly covers and gives good length.
What's the best way to apply concealer? Do you put mascara on your bottom lashes? What's the rule for
What's the
that?
rule for the bottom lashes? Okay, so I have pretty big eyes. I like to put the mascara down there. So the more darker you have to the center bridge of your nose, the more closed in your eyes are going to be. Okay. So technically, like this, my eye is way more brighter, wide open. Here, you can see it's darkening it. Does that make sense? So if you have smaller eyes and a more smaller frame on your face, I would say leave your bottom lashes out and do like if you feel like you need a little something, use like a light brown shadow under your lashes. Okay. If you're more like me and have big eyes, you can actually bring your mascara down, or you could use a brown mascara also.
Yeah, I feel like my eyes are more open when I have mascara on my top and my bottom lashes. Um, Now, somebody asked what's the rule on concealer and how you use it. My daughter Elizabeth, she does
Awesome.
makeup really well too.
And then my favorite is coming back in with a Q-tip. I don't know if you can see that, but I got a little too much right there. So Q-tips are going to be your best friend. You can always erase makeup.
Hey, Morgan, can you hear me?
Oh, hey. Thanks for getting ready with me, guys. I would love to answer any questions, but literally, you guys, this has been my everyday since this came out. I love it. Love my mixing, love the look of it, and truly how long it stays on all day long.
Can you see some of the questions in the chat? She can't hear me. Can anyone else hear me?
I can
You
hear
mute it
you.
here.
Okay.
Oh, now I can hear you.
I'm like, you can hear me. I was like talking to you. So a couple things that are questions in the chat. One, somebody said, what's the best way to use concealer? And I honestly feel like with this new makeup, I don't really feel like I need concealer, although I will say my daughter Elizabeth uses concealer a lot for contour. I don't know if she's doing it now, though, that she got this new makeup, which she said she loves. I'll have to watch her when she gets home.
Concealer, it's truly personal preference. I don't feel like I need it. I feel like it brightens my eye area up where I don't need that extra coverage. What I do suggest if you are using a concealer is always, I like to use it on top of your foundation. Some people put it on before, but then like you saw me rubbing, right, my makeup. So if I have concealer on, I'm just moving that from where I just placed it. And then you're kind of going back again and rebuilding it. So I recommend put your foundation on first because then the less concealer you need. Or if you're spot treating, you can totally use concealer. I like to blend my concealer out with a brush instead of like rubbing it with my finger. I don't know if that's helpful, but yeah, truly, I have not had to use concealer or use it on people when they're using the makeup. Truly, I just kind of don't end up talking about it because people are loving their skin, that it's one less step for somebody and they're like, oh my God, I don't even need that.
Yeah. I'm going to ask two more questions and then we're really at our time. But I've had people complain about the soft focus veil stinging their eyes when they're in the water. I haven't had that. I'm a swimmer and I actually wear the soft focus veil when I swim outside as a sunscreen. So maybe you're right. Maybe they're using too much. Eyeliner, if you want to talk about eyeliner, I do sometimes like to wear eyeliner because I feel like it helps my eyes stand out a little bit.
I used to wear a lot of makeup and now I don't. I really think that I like to wear eyeliner like if I'm going out. Again, eyeliner is it closes my eyes. Like I like lighter, brighter. So when I wear a darker color, and I didn't talk about it because I think we're only down to like one color right now. I used to wear it on my waterline dark, but it's like it literally brings in and closes your eyes. I really think for me, when I'm teaching makeup these days, less is more, unless it's going from like this daytime to nighttime, and I'm going to be using a little bit of eyeliner. Also, if you are using eyeliner and you want to still brighten your eyes, but still darken it and give that evening effect, make sure you don't bring your eyeliner into this center or this part towards your nose. Keep it from your pupil out. And then you can always smudge it too. And then I would love to do another video where we really focus on eyes and taking it from today. Okay, I got home. How can I freshen up my makeup? Add in some more eyes to like go out and feel like an evening look.
Well, we're going to hire you back, Morgan. We appreciate you spending some time with us. It's so fun to do your makeup with you. Your skin and your makeup look absolutely beautiful. And it's fun that you could use all the foundations and skin tints to do just that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, friends.
Cheers, friends. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.